here. Hello, welcome back to Sage and Stone Homestead. My name is Heather. I am pretty much done with tomatoes. Even if my tomatoes are starting to get a second wind, I'm pretty tired, but I still have enough energy to collect one last harvest. And so it's midday here, it's very hot. It's perfect time to harvest tomatoes for the best flavor. I didn't want to neglect my poor green stalk. These beans are pretty close to putting on flowers, and hopefully the heat is gonna break soon and the whole garden will do a lot better. It's still really weedy in here, and I'm telling myself that it's okay because it's been so hot. In theory, all the weeds on top are helping insulate the soil beneath and they're protecting it. I mean, at least that sounds good, right? There's actually fewer decent tomatoes in here than it really looked like yesterday when I was walking around in here. There's gonna be enough to do something with, but a lot of them are really soft and wrinkly and they're just gonna feed the soil. Like, see, that one has a yucky spot on it. Hey, handsome. I'm actually surprised the tomatoes that are way out here on the far end of the lane are doing anything still. Actually, there's quite a few nice fruits out here, and the plants don't look, I mean, they look horrible, but they don't look as bad as I thought they would. I thought they'd be so crispy, but we're doing a little bit out here. See these spiral marks in these tomatoes? This is from uneven watering. The whole spring and actually into the summer we had very consistent rainfall, and then, like happens every year, it just happened later this year, the tap shut off and it got really hot and dry. And I have been watering out here, but not as frequently as it had rained. I've just been doing deep waters about every week, and this is the result. That's okay, they're still edible. Well, maybe not that one, because that one looks like it's compromised, but this guy down here is fine. It's healed over well. Feral does like tomatoes. I figured that out recently, but I don't want him to have this bad spot. Mold is not good for goats. It's really probably not great for anything, but especially goats. I know, we love the... You better chew that. Okay, this is the last one. You can't have too much. And of all my goats, I really didn't picture Feral being my garden goat. Here we are. Okay, hold on. Is this your new favorite? I think it is. We are getting to the point in the year where the cherry tomatoes at least are going to outperform my willingness to harvest and preserve them all. So I will bring a few into the house, but for the most part, they're gonna be for us and apparently Feral to just snack on fresh in the garden. Peaches are getting close. They need to be soft or softer than they are right now, where that like cleft is. This part right here. Give it a squeeze. It's really not that far. Came off pretty easy. Still a little bit hard. Probably wasn't ready, but I'm getting impatient. Let's see. Actually really delicious. A little bit dry, a little bit more towards the texture of an apple, and not quite the texture of a peach, so it needed a little more time. Did you hear that texture? Crunches like an apple. Honestly, really good though. I expected it to taste bad or maybe bitter if it was underripe. I don't know. It's not ridiculously peachy though. I think these are technically a white peach variety. Can't remember. I thought about harvesting some of the cherry tomatoes from in here, but I think I'm gonna leave them. Future snacks. Can't have it. Nope. I'm in the middle of making another homestead conglomerate. We are gonna have 2 more days of heat wave, so I haven't been trying to run the oven a whole lot. So I had the rice cooker going, and I need to put in some secret vegetables. We had a volunteer zucchini type squash in my pumpkin patch this last year, and I shredded up a lot of it and freeze dried it just for this purpose. See it in there? Shredded. I'm not going to use all of this, so I'll put some of it in this jar here. Put our rice in the bowl. Secret ingredient. Chicken and dumpling cowpeas. This past winter, I also freeze dried a lot of broccoli leaves, and I've been using a ton of them in my cooking ever since. I've got more broccoli starts going, and I think I have another gallon's worth of the broccoli greens still to use. And I did not freeze dry all of the broccoli greens. These have gone very far for us. Stick those in there. I'll add in some salt and pepper and our very own kuni kuni sausage, and dinner is served. Super quick interjection in on myself right now to let you know that the Epic Gardening Labor Day sale is going on right now. Usually towards the end of the year is the best time to get gardening supplies. We're kind of getting towards the close of the season, and there is stock that needs unloading, and this is the best time to get deals. I fell in love with these 15-gallon lined grow bags from Epic sometime last year. I knew I needed to get more. They're really easy to set up, very inexpensive in the first place, and right now they're 30% off, I believe, and you can stack our coupon code for an extra 5% off. So you can get a really good deal on a very nice system that holds up well to the heat, holds on to a decent amount of nutrition for the length of the season, and obviously grows some beautiful plants. A couple other things that are deeply discounted are some seed starting supplies. A lot of their garden beds are buy 2 get 1 free, which is an amazing deal. And on top of that, orders over $300 get $75 worth of seeds. This sale goes on from August 22nd through September 8th. So if you've been holding off on stuff, waiting for a deal, now's the time. And again, don't forget to stack our code. You can do that for an additional discount. I'll put it down here. Good afternoon. Just came into the barn real quick to grab some more loose mineral. Levi did put together a mineral feeder for the new buck barn. Molly, she says, come visit me. We'll know about your test results in just a couple of days. Don't touch the fence. Just got a light zap from the fence. I don't know if you saw that. The weather has broken. It's kind of breezy out here today, but it's blowing from the north, so it's a nice breeze. Do you want some mineral? Yeah, it's not a tomato, it's not a green bean, but it's good for you. Oops. He's like, yeah, not interested. Hey boys, how are ya? I've got some minerals for you. We did stick a scratching brush in here because we noticed that they are using the side of the barn to scratch their heads. None of them intentionally have horns. A lot of them have skurs, especially Flip here. His skurs are so impressive. They look like horns. They're big ones, but that's okay. I haven't actually seen them use that. But this here is the mineral feeder. So it has a little roof on it to try to prevent them from pooping in it. But it's basically the square insert. Don't knock that over. If you can see past them, it's like a square, a cube, that this bucket sits down in so they can't tip it over. I'm gonna stick you up there. I can get the bucket out, and that's awesome. It looks like they do have mineral in here still that is pretty loose. Ooh, sorry guys. I'll just stick that on top. You want more? Fresh mineral? Is it yummy? All right, let me stick it in there. Back up. Come here. Come here. Come on. Fast enough. See, they can get their heads in there, but they can't really get their butts in there to poop in it. Isn't that good? Hey, do you guys play with this? It doesn't really look like it. Hi, Willie. I'm really happy to see them jumping up here. You guys are just getting bigger, huh? Oh, hi, Hullabaloo. Hi, that was brave of you. Poor Nefarious having problems. Okay, that wasn't the reason that I came outside, actually, but I did remember that I had forgotten to top off the minerals. So now that's done. I wanted to come take a good look at Shake and Bake. These are our feeder pigs for this year. We were told they're part Kune. They look more like they're American guinea hog, because, see, Chloe's a Kune. You guys are loud. Chloe is our pet Kune, and she has more of a squat snout. These guys have a little bit longer of a snout, and we don't trust them with our fingers. No, we don't. But they're growing quite well. When we first got Shake and Bake, you could pick them up. It was awkward, okay? But you could pick them up. There's no way we can pick them up now. And so even though they're small, this is the size of pig that I like to raise. Recently, we were around some very large hogs, and I'm not interested in that. That is scary. We will have tiny bacon. And this tiny bacon is due to go into the freezer in about 6 weeks. Problem being, their freezer is full of stuff. And so I need to focus in the next several weeks, next month or so, on cleaning out that freezer so they can go in it. All right, this here is the freezer in question. It's a stand-up freezer that we've had for a long time. It has served us very well. There are wasps in this shed, and we all know how I feel about wasps, but here's the status. In the door, I have a lot of lard. I've got a lot of different types of chev. This one has some dill in it. I have some freezer jams, a lot of tomato confit, some butter. Oh, that's jalapeno chev. There is butter in here too, right there. But for the most part, a lot of this is lard from a couple of years ago when we had Kunis butchered, and then there's kind of more of the same over here. But a lot of the bulk that's in here are frozen berries. So these are some elderberries right here. I can actually fit 2 of these bags in my steam juicer. So I'm gonna grab another one. We also have things like, this is tallow that I need to render, and we have a lot of rabbit hides that I need to process. So there's a sneak peek on the things that we're going to be doing this month. But today, this is the project. We are going to be putting these elderberries in the steam juicer to get elderberry juice to eventually make elderberry jelly from. Using a steam juicer is something that I've never done before. This steam juicer was actually sent to me by a viewer. I believe her name is Vicky. I've lost the card that came with it. Thank you so much. If you're the person that gave this to me, this was a very generous gift. I will say Amazon has changed things. I used to be able to reply directly to the gift giver and send a thank you, and I can't anymore. But thank you very much. So how this works is we're going to be putting some water in the bottom and boiling this. And in the second pot, this is the juice collecting pot. So the steam rises up out of here. It flows into this top portion here, steams the fruit or whatever we've got in there, and then the juice collects down below where we can then pipe it out with this tube. Elderberries are one of those things that need to be cooked in order to make them safe to eat, and this is perfect. And we can cook them straight from frozen. So the first thing I'm gonna do is put about 4 quarts or 1 gallon of water in the bottom. Got that in. Put our frozen berries, stems and all, just gonna put them in here. Oh, don't make a mess, not today. Stick the lid on. I'm gonna turn my burner up to high just because I'm starting the water boiling. Once it gets to boiling, I am gonna turn it down because I need to steam this for at least an hour, and I don't want the water to boil dry. That would be very bad for our pot. So this seems really simple and really cool. I cannot believe I've not done this prior to now. Okay, so we're gonna take a peek in here. It's been an hour. And I have checked on the boiling status of the water, but so far I don't have anything in the tube. And I think that's just because the juice level hasn't reached the level where it would by gravity just come through. But I need to be careful. I don't want to get burned. I'm gonna kind of gently lift. Yeah. I don't know if you can see in there, but there's definitely a dark juice that has reached a little elbow in there that is attached to our pipe. So we should be seeing juice pretty soon. I did go back out to the freezer and grab another bag of elderberries and stick it in here. I just need to keep an eye on my water level underneath, which we can look at that too. Again, being very careful. I'm kind of tipping it away from myself. Oh yeah, we're good. It's kind of at a simmer, but that's plenty to be making steam. Oh! Moving that created just a tiny bit of juice in the pipe here. We're getting somewhere. So we're starting to fill up this tube here. So it might be time to start draining. Right now this little clip is preventing the juice from coming out, but if I release it, wow. Look at how dark it is.
And it's a lot.
Wow. Holy moly. Well, right now we've got at least a liter. See it up here?
That is huge.
Oh yeah, and it's hot.
Why don't you wait for the tube to get very high?
I think it'll flow better if I wait for the air to kind of be out of the tube. It's like it's going to create a vacuum. There's an elbow that's dipping down into the juice, and it kind of reaches the bottom of that second pot there. So if we've got enough draw, the gravity will help suck all the juice out. Whoa. It's really hot, so I want to be careful.
That's so scary.
It's scary.
Because it's just going and going and going.
We've already gotten more than I thought we would.
Wow,
And it's gonna keep going.
that was creepy. Now you're gonna have to get more cups.
Just in case anybody is worried about the fact that I just dumped the elderberries into the steamer with their stems and all. When I harvested them, I cut off the umbels, put everything in the freezer, and as you saw, I just dumped them in to be steamed. The reason that I'm not worried about that here in the US is that American elderberry has a far less toxicity than something like European elderberry. I will link this article that's in PubMed for you down below if you want to look into this further. But basically, they went through and tested all of the different plant part tissues and the concentration of cyanide in them, and it said concentration levels in all tissues were generally low and at a level that poses no threat to consumers of fresh and processed American elderberry products. So if you want to play it safe and de-stem your elderberries first, absolutely go for it. Reading this article made me comfortable enough to not worry about it, but do your own research. We're actually approaching about 3 hours now of the steaming, and I'm still getting quite a lot of very dark juice. When I was looking up steam juicing, it seemed that you would start getting a lot lighter of a juice, and eventually you'd basically just get water once everything was good and steamed, but everything is still super dark, so we're going for it. And I've been checking on the water down below, and I've probably got about a quart left, so I really need to watch that. But this is what it looks like inside the pot. Nice and steamy. Ooh, there we go. That's what we've got going on in there. I was just inside and heard some bells dinging in the front yard. Oh, Elvis, for real. Hey, are you girls enjoying the cooler weather? I think so. I gotta watch my fingers. You guys are crazy. While we get the last little bit of juice out of here, I am going to run a batch of jelly. Now, I'm bad at jelly. Basically, I'm bad at pectin, the boxed pectin. But I recently remembered the last time I actually had success with pectin, I was using apple pectin. So I bought more apple pectin versus something like Sure Gel. And what I need is 3 cups of elderberry juice. Look at how purple that is. Wow, it's so pretty. 1/4 cup of lemon juice, 1.75 ounces, or basically 1 packet of pectin. And then we're gonna bring this to a boil. Interesting. It's kind of gelling up already. I tell you, I'm not great at this. Hopefully it works out. I have been told that one of the places I've gone wrong with jellies in the past is trying to double the recipe. Usually I have quite a lot of any given ingredient, and I try to only do stuff once. Like if I'm going to be making anything, I like to do a big batch of it so that I have a lot of it, and I don't have to do it as frequently. Well, you can't really get away with that with jellies, to my understanding. If you know differently, tell us how you do it. All right, so we're starting to get a boil at this point, and you can see there's quite a bit of foam. There is a trick to getting the foam to be less foamy, and that is to add a little bit of butter. I see 1/4 teaspoon, I see up to a tablespoon of butter. That was probably a 1/2 tablespoon, maybe a little bit more, and that should help ease things up in there. Now we're going to add 4½ cups of sugar. My pot might be too small, so this could get interesting. We'll see. I will say that there's something about the apple pectin that for me is just easier. I don't know what it is, but I can tell already that this is a lot closer to a jelly than I ever get with the other types of pectin. We're not back up to a boil yet. That's what we're trying to achieve. But see, there's a thickness here. Okay, what I have here now is a boil that I can't stir down. So I'm going to set a 1-minute timer. steam canner going. It's kind of neat. We've done our steam juicer and now our steam canner, and I want to show you this. That is a great sign to me. I think I'm actually gonna get jelly. And it's really good. It's a little bit less of a punch of a flavor than my blackberry jelly or blackberry jam, but it's very reminiscent of that as far as flavor goes. As far as the elderberries go, it's kind of hard to see with the steam, but they look dry. They look like there's nothing left. So here's the dilemma, which is actually kind of funny. So this jelly I didn't can. It was just the leftovers that didn't fit in the jars when canning. And it is very dense, so I'm thinking too much pectin, right? And then this is the jelly that I did can, and it's moving around like it's not set. It's not exactly syrup. I guess that counts. Does that count? I mean, that spreads better, but it's just, I'm bad at jellies, guys. I need your help. What am I doing wrong? That's acceptable though, and this will probably firm up more once I put it in the fridge. It's yummy, so at least there's that. Hi, Remy. You can't have any. So it looks like today's vlog is going to be quite a bit shorter than what we normally post on Fridays, and that's because I filmed our dairy goat disease testing all in one video so it could be searchable all by itself. If you happen to miss that video, I'm gonna put it up here for you. That's what I did this past weekend. Don't forget about the epic gardening sale going on right now through September 8th, and I'll see you guys again soon.